My name is Marsha Martin, and I'm a Vice President at Martin Charlton Communications and have been since the merger. What I do here is take all of people's ideas from their culture, their office place, what they want to work, and we create magic with our team to put an event on that fulfills everything that they want to see in a particular event. Oh, these could be any events. We do from the very serious, like conferences, conventions, media conferences, crisis communication media conferences, all the way to the really fun stuff like galas, grand openings, birthday parties. We've even done staff communication stuff that's really fun, like a treasure hunt that we did with one client, and a football game with another, golf. So it runs kind of the gamut from anything from very small, intimate parties to the biggest we've ever done is a convention for 1,200 people that ran over a week. Well, what we do for a client is we take all the scheduling, the budgets, everything that's detail-oriented, and we take care of all that, and we bring it in on budget, on time. So what that does for the client is allows them to concentrate on bringing people into their event, the communications around the event, but they don't have to worry about the event themselves. They know that on the evening or afternoon or whatever the time is when that event happens, it's going to be perfect. Actually, I've always been involved in events, not necessarily in the workplace, but certainly in my personal life. I'm one of these people that plans parties for friends, and when we were growing up and I was a teenager, I organized all our family events. And then I was working with a communications project with a fairly large client, and they were moving into a brand new building, and they said, could you do a grand opening for us? And of course I said, certainly, I would be glad to. And then, you know, you leave the office and you go, oh dear, but I did it, and you kind of learn as you went, and it was fantastic, and I fell in love with doing events. Well, I grew up in Regina, so I have a very strong knowledge of how it was when I was a kid, and I remember going to places like Winnipeg and Toronto where my cousins lived, and my mom's family, they lived in New York City, Los Angeles, so you can imagine being from Regina, we thought we were kind of in a little wee kind of hick town, and I think for many years Regina was very, very small and didn't have all that much in the way of activities and cultures, but over the last 20 years particularly, there has been enormous change in Regina. People coming in with vision, politicians with visions. It's growing, and I have seen events grow. A lot of companies that used to do things in-house are now hiring consultants. We've had a growth in the number of employees coming into the city. So more companies are here. So all in all, just a huge change in the size of the city and the sophistication of Regina.